loading. I don't get the message for true.
It says going now.
But it's not there yet.
No. Oh man. Let it care me.
Okay, I think
we're live.
Okay. Sorry about that. But it's one of those things with our dear technology.
No,
Or
well,
thereof.
we're not technical. Well, let me stop my words. We're not technologically savvy people. So you have to work with me. Okay?
Oh no, and I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that something wrong with the system this morning. We know all the technology that we need to know, and it do everything that we wanted to do for us. So something wrong with the system this morning. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, we as savvy as we need to be.
Well, that's the best excuse to give people. But thank you all for staying with us while we took that, I guess, break. So we're back on, people. So I guess we're talking about the whole issue with SSL Usain Bolt getting back. When it came off, I said that hopefully it changed whatever policies and procedure they have going forward and give oversight. But in my opinion, they have other institutions that are doing the correct thing. They're not leading people's funds, but it's just that you have to seek out these institutions, but you can't still invest in Jamaica. It's just that this one wasn't regulated as it was supposed to be by the rules that were set in place. And I hope that going forward, individuals that they put on these boards are individuals that are actually knowledgeable and the actual procedures and how these things are run and operated. Because they could have seen all these issues and addressed them and they go at their board meetings. So hopefully you shouldn't get back his money. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a long stretch for anybody to get back their funds from any of these institutions. Back in the late 1990s, when you had the global financial sector meltdown, there are a significant number of rules and policies that were put in place to govern the financial sector in Jamaica. And globally, there were a lot of changes that were made. And one of the things that came out of that rehabilitation, and people look and scoff at FinSAC, the Financial Sector Adjustment Company, as something that was all bad. And I don't know that it was all bad. I don't know that it was even a bad idea. I think it was a great idea. And out of it came the Financial Sector Commission, FSC, and it was designed to regulate financial sector players who were not banks. Now you have banks, which are the deposit-taking institutions, like the traditional NCB, Scotiabank. Yes, you have the CIBC, First Caribbean. Those are traditional deposit-taking institutions. And then you have the non-deposit-taking institutions that still play within the financial sector, the insurance companies. They get regulated under different arms. The securities and stocks trading companies, the investment companies, those fall under the financial sector commission. So their regulation comes from that. So out of FinSAC, these are one of the things, the regulations and policies. So somewhere along the line in the monitoring and the evaluation of these institutions, somebody dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Somebody dropped the ball. Somebody failed to monitor it and to see that the ball dropped. Somebody failed to evaluate and then take the necessary steps. And hence we have this dilemma. Coming out of FinSAC too, you have the insurance scheme, which now, because remember when FinSAC came about, you had Eagle Bank that failed, you had Century, you had a whole heap of different banks.
No, because but that's about before my time.
This is the 90s, but it's important for people to understand where the financial sector is coming from and where we're at today. So when Eagle, Workers Bank, and all those institutions failed, it was because they were not being regulated, huh? They were not being monitored sufficiently, even though the policies and the things were there. But you have a Scotia Bank that is monitored from Canada, you
Yeah.
have, so them can't itch because every so often somebody is there to say why you're not adhering to the policies. So there are consequences when you fail to adhere to policies. Clearly, there are no sufficient and reasonable adherence to policies. It is, I think personally, that it becomes compounded when you put persons on boards who really don't understand
No,
the nature of the
anything.
which they've been appointed.
Yeah.
And the education sector is the same, the financial, all across the country. When you put people on boards who don't know what they're there to monitor, what they're to
Mm-hmm.
evaluate, what they're to assess. And then when you put individuals in institutions who are not being evaluated or assessed by the policy, then all hell broke loose.
Yeah, and
But
that's the thing. Not to well, continue.
no, but
Because
I'm saying that is just an overview of the financial sector and what has led
yeah,
to
because to what happened. Because that's what I think
mm,
happened because most of these people don't know what's supposed to take place at the procedure. So anybody can come to them and sign up on this document and tell them anything, and they just okay, because they don't know. So
mm,
like people who don't have a clean hands can get away with all these things. And you see people underneath them that are pulling the strings and getting away with all these issues. And you're right when you said that, like how Nova Scotia Bank have Canada to monitor them. They should have had an oversight from outside of the country then to monitor them. That's what I think. I don't
but
think Jamaica is
no,
equipped.
is
Huh?
but no Jamaica is equipped.
I
It's
don't
a
think so. Somebody always, something, corruption always
but you
come.
see, we have to build that trust. We have to build
Oh,
that credibility within our sector. We can't always be relying on external forces. There are persons within our country who are competent and able to do that kind of a
but they're not
monitoring.
getting the job.
But the one, them not getting the job, two, them not getting this to sit on those boards to ask
Yeah.
relevant questions.
Because
And
just
then
family and friends they're putting on the board that know nothing.
they
Instead of
can't
these
do that.
people. Exactly.
Yes.
That's why every time you see all these corruption coming up and we go consistently, so how people gonna trust the system? So they have to go bring in people to build the trust. So they have people that monitor them, audit them on a daily basis. But it just beyond me, because every bank usually have a check and balance and check and balance. They have to go through so many people to get anything done. You ever sitting in a bank, well, I guess the poor people like the one that really have money. But you have to do so much. Like, I have to go to my supervisor, I have to go to my manager, especially if you have to take out like a more money than you're supposed, like they don't think you should. So
Yeah.
it's like the teller has to go to somebody who's sitting over them to write off. And so I don't understand how all of this happened. But yesterday I saw what's that one? The cash pot. What that was another scamming one.
Cash plus.
Cash plus. I saw the guy got off.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't see
yesterday.
that.
Yeah, yesterday he's in a wheelchair. So all these people, so it's like, is Shane really gonna get this money? Because all of these people lost their money. And how are they going to recover? What I think going to happen more than like with these companies that they're going to say they're bankrupt.
Mm.
And like going receivership, how they going to recover? He going to have to get people independent and get it done. Well, I'm reading some of the comments.
Yes, yes.
Anne said, good morning, ladies. Happy Saturday. Hi, Anne. Diana, long time. Good morning. Have issues finding you sometimes, even though I live on your page. Freezing rain here, but got up, did what I had to do, and hit the bed again with little one. He also watching you on his pad and kissing you, ladies. He start early. He's so cute. Diana said, I think Yusha will get his funds returned, but it will take a bit of a time. Yeah, hopefully in his lifetime. Red Fox said, it is happening too much. I remember the days when I used to be in the insurance industry. They monitored us like matlock. So I'm surprised that the FSC gets so soft. Red Fox said, Diana, you are correct. I'm sorry, showing us love. Red said, we never got back our money. Paulus Chambers said, good morning, ladies. I've missed you. Miss you too. Teresa said, good morning, ladies. Good morning. Anything on YouTube?
I'm not seeing it on YouTube. I don't know, there's something wrong with me.
A lot of issues with technology. Yeah, well, we hopeful for you, Shane. What they always say, sing a song. What is something going on, Sankey? You know what it is? You ever hear that?
Whatever
festival.
on YouTube earlier seemed to, the 10 minutes seem to be just all that is on it, and it don't seem to be
Updated. Okay,
updating.
Peter Gay said, thanks, Dr. D. You're welcome. But yeah, hopefully Gishen get his money back. And Lorna said, I'm sure some politician going to end up being mixed up with SSL. How can one work someplace and borrow money without the owner or institution approval? I feel sorry for Yushin especially. It must be messing with his and family mental health. He stayed in Jamaica and kept his money there. Look what happened now. Look what happened now. I think they have to hold on to some passport and watch all point of exit. Red Fox said there's a song out already. No, not already. There's an old song when it says sing a song key, something like that. One poker song for our festivals.
Back home.
Yeah. So we pray for bold. And not only bold, we keep saying bold, but there are a lot of other individuals. I think more than 30 individuals that also lost millions in this. But it's good bold is at the top because it is highlighted more. So more than likely something will come out of it because it's in the international news about what happened to him. So
when every time I hear somebody say, "Oh, Usain Bolt is in it, so we're going to get something out of it," more than likely, I'm saddened because the truth of it for me is that we should get something out of it, regardless of whomever and regardless of the social standing of the individuals.
That is true.
And within this society or elsewhere, it ought not to be measured by that. Or we not to get a response or reaction simply because it's me and it's as opposed to my grandaunt who live down in some other place.
But we have to face that's the reality in Jamaica. We can't be naive about it. The little man generally don't get anything. They push him aside. And the people have the connection and the loudest mouth. That's why but people, if they stand up collectively, they'll get things done. It's sad. That is the way Jamaica is. The little man should not have to be, having all these connections, but that's just Jamaica. We want it to change. We're hopeful. Maybe not in my lifetime, but hopeful, right? I always say I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for Jamaica. I mean, I give up on Jamaica.
All right, guys, we have to be on Facebook because I'm not seeing YouTube coming back up again. We had a little hiccup and it just recorded the 10 minutes and won't record no more on it. Okay. The title that we had up this morning was Gimmie Back Mi Beach and My Money While You're At It Too.
Oh my God.
Because there's so much happening and centered around money missing. Did you see that thing in the Gleaner about the high-low supermarket that they robbed Friday morning down Ego Bay?
I saw it.
It is just
like out of a movie.
Yes. So I wanted to read that article. Lorna and all them people who were on earlier need to come back and VS Heslop.
Yeah,
but let me tell you, a friend of mine was complaining on Facebook about not having a beach. And he was complaining that as a boy growing up in St. Mary, a friend of ours, as a boy growing up in St. Mary, how they built their beach. They had to pack it, they had to do everything. And then investors come in Jamaica and they lose the beach. And the cycle still continues in that the investors come to Jamaica, they build these hotels and we get locked out of the beaches. You understand? Investors come to Jamaica, they're asking now for Jamaicans to invest in Jamaica. You invest your money in Jamaica and all kind of things. You invest your money in Jamaica, in SSL and these other institutions with some measure of trust, and then you lose. So every angle of investment is a Jamaican person who lose, you see it?
Well, why is that? So Jamaica needs to be more aggressive and be more alert and aware of what's happening and more involved in the process. Like even when they're talking about the beaches, right? Why is it they're going to communities and they're taking beaches? It goes through a process. You go to your parish council, You deal with them, you go to your representative, and you highlight it, you pick it or do whatever if they're taking your beaches. People do nothing. They see this construction coming up. The beach is actually owned. People should always have access to the beach.
Yes.
You cannot
Yes.
be denied access to the beach. They can't hinder you from going on the beach. So even if they have the hotel, they can hinder you. Other countries I've gone to, people walk on the beach. Nobody can prevent you from going on the beach. So just stand up for your right for that. But they just sit back and allow everything to happen.
But are we sitting back because we're uneducated or unaware? And I think a lot of us are uneducated and unaware about our rights to the beach, for argument's sake. And a lot of us are unaware about our rights as investors within these financial sectors, that they ought to give you a statement. If it's not working, if you tell her giving you a hug and bull, you go to the next level because it's your right. You're not making nobody lose them job. You trying to save your money. Pretty often you find like the older people them say, oh, me ask her for it and she said next week or so. No, it is your right. It is your right and your entitlement. So you must learn to elevate it with that confidence.
Yeah.
But we can't ignore the fact that people scared. People will say, but I'm not XYZ and
they go kill me.
Out there and them are going to kill me and kill my family. And where do we stop? Where do we start?
Yeah, and that's the issue because people don't press stuff. And I notice it. And I always say, why people so scared to even press an issue? And I always said, me don't want to kill me. Me don't want to kill my family. And that is kind of sad because even if you think that you're supposed to have law enforcement to protect you on these issues, and the banking or whoever's supposed to have a formal chain where you can make a complaint and then have it addressed. And then the parties involved will be aware of what's happening. So that is my issue. I noticed that I invest in Jamaica. I don't have money, so I can invest like a $50, right? But what I notice is that every month the institution send me a report. Like they tell you your balance and they tell you what happened. Plus the companies that like if I buy stocks, the companies I buy stock in, they also send me document, which me say, and that a paper trail, because they mail it to me here. But they have companies that legitimately follow the rules and procedures. Like, so that's why I feel like look into who you're investing in, because it can be done in Jamaica where you will be protected. But I review everything. Like even here, my bank, I don't have money, but every minute I go on my banking app and I look at whatever is charged. Sometimes you get a message that tell you this charge coming. If I don't recognize the charge, I call the bank or whoever and say, what is this? It needs to be removed. But a lot of people don't check to see. And I see people crying because there was a scam the other day where like a charge was made for $1 on my card, right? So they made the charge for $1. And I looked at it and I said, but what could I purchase for $1? So that's at the time I called the bank, and then the bank made me aware that what they usually do is they charge $1 or an insignificant amount, like a couple cents. You don't say anything, they monitor it, and then they go in for the big kill where they take more money from your account. But it was a good thing I was monitoring my account. So that's what people have to do. They have to take control and stop leaving everything up to somebody else, but take control of it, monitor it. If you have any issues, I go down to the bank. I remember my mother used to walk out to the bank and sit in the bank and wait to address any issues. She never liked anything online. So people have to do that, get involved and monitor everything. Don't wait on the government alone to do what is right. You have to do. Dr. Dana, you're frozen again. You call Dr. Dana frozen. Let me read some of the comments. Dana said, so true, Michelle. It's all over the world. Have family in Germany who messaged me asking what is going on with Bolt's money. Dr. Dana will be back. Her internet is acting up. Nadine said, good morning. Blessings, everyone. Garfan, welcome back. Good morning, y'all. VM said, I'm on. I'm glad you're back. Grace said, yes, I work in that building, high-low. Those criminals came equipped, I tell you. Yeah, like a movie. Davia said, red tapes can be very frustrating and a means to delay or discourage the common folks. And many don't have the time to be at these places when they have to be at work. Red Fox said Jamaica tend to not to read the small print. That is true. But with everything that's happening, I hope hopefully now they realize they have to start reading the fine print and they have to start asking the right question and they have to make the time. Because most of the time they're losing out and waiting on Dr. Dan to come back. So I guess I'll be hearing me rambling on. But in regards to the beaches, it's kind of sad that the amount of beaches that we have access to is declining. And it always breaks my heart when I see, like, I go to Jamaica and I can see that we don't have access. And I'm like, the people live within Jamaica, why aren't you making a noise about this? Why me, not living in Jamaica, have to come back and realize it's an issue? Everybody just go about their daily, okay, the beach gone, but you have to stand up for something and say something, because before you know it, nobody will have access within Jamaica to the beaches. You have to go either stay at a hotel or a villa to actually enjoy the beach. Usually you can go enjoy the beach with your family and friends on a Saturday or Sunday. And that's been denied. But I know developers are there, but they have to take into consideration the local people. And whatever investment they do, they can ask for that the regular citizens within that area have certain access and certain rights. But there's their representatives that have to bring up these issues when they go to the joint board. They can only look at saying, oh, we're going to make this amount of money. But they have to look at how these investment is improving the lives of the individuals within those areas. Yes, they bring the hotels, they build the hotels, but are the people within that area getting the jobs within those hotels? Or are they bringing people from outside of that area? Because if any contract to me, where they're going to do any form of work, they should at least say, you know what, 30% of the workers should be from the area. If they're going to do this work, you know, like build hotels, they will be driving on the roads, destroying these roads. They need to provide money and funds to help improve the roads and infrastructure. I see, like in one of the areas I live, where we see tourists going along the road, one of the main roads, like look like total pothole, everything. I don't know how tourists drive on it. I guess they love the bumpy ride. But they should say to these companies, all right, you're going to use it to bring tourists to your place for entertainment. Then give us some money to fix this road, to go there, because you're using it. You have traffic on this road. So for everything, not only that, for schools, invest in schools, but for whatever investors coming in, they have to ensure that the people get the benefit within that area and just not everything leaving that area. That is just my opinion. You come back on that, then I was just running my mouth, you know.
That's fine. My internet is so unstable and I'm really so royally mad, but I am going to give it a try. I continue to hang on right here, so I kind of change my location, did an Ethernet connection, and hopefully that will improve. So if my picture is not looking so decent, or if I see things in the background, I apologize for it. But I agree with you, Michelle, that a lot of it is back to education and back to knowledge. A lot of it is representation. What is a representation that we demand of those who serve us, and what is a representation that they're giving to us? And if we're not satisfied with the representation that we're having, what are we prepared to do about it? We have to do more than just sit on a little corner and cry. It's unfortunate. It just unfortunate.
Yeah, they sitting in the corner and cry don't help, because you see, you guys nowhere. Because if you just complain about it and do nothing, they just keep doing, you know, and don't take it like, oh, they give you a little bag of food or something. Oh yeah. No, look at the long term, because don't look at you alone. Look at how it will impact the other generation, your children, their children. Because my granny have all these access to do whatever. I know it limited to me. If none of them are going to the beach, I have to tell the person, say, listen, I'm Jamaican. Why do I have to say I'm Jamaican? You know, like, come on, no. You could have, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be.
Your own country.
You know, I have to show ID. For sure, you know what I mean? I shouldn't be, you know what I mean? But the thing I always say is that now I'm looking at it, I'm saying, like, why I'm not living there? Why do I have to highlight the issues and you're living there? Are you not seeing the issues other than complaining and not doing anything to address it?
because I'm afraid, because we're afraid. We are people who are not committed, or we're not prepared to stand up for anything because of what we see. Is what we see, what we see that works in this country is that somebody complain about something, them lose them work, or them get spited with some other contract that is coming up, or something happen to them family and all of that. And that is just the plain truth, that people are afraid. So we choose to keep quiet. But when you come as a Jamaican living in the diaspora and you complain about it, you have your yard to go back to.
Exactly.
And that's how we feel. So we don't have
not necessarily, because them pick them off like flights, okay? Just see where they killed that guy in Mandeville.
Yes.
So I always say when people from England go back, family member kill them for land or whatever. But it kind of sad people can't be protected, and it's really sad. But what can we do? You have to stand up for something. Our forefathers, they knew they were going to die if they fought for freedom. They did it anyway, right? So that we have that freedom, right?
Yeah,
that's not if you got killed off with yourself, but I'm just saying.
None of us don't want to won't go heaven, we don't want to die. So
whatever is not coming. Okay. David says, sounds very familiar to the sale of the public land, specifically designated as farming in St. Catherine, that was recently sold to a developer for housing. The news kept plucked out as the political leaders that approved the sale very quickly and didn't allow the people time to protest. VM says, so true, Michelle. Nadine said, read the small print. So true. Lorna said, Leo was complaining about the James Bond Beach, new property owner not allowing locals to use. Okay, play the panta pipe, man. Leo go down, go pick it. David said, correct. Nadine said, farming is a way you don't have to read no small prints when investing in farming. Grace said, it's sad, but corruption is what works. Yeah, kind of sad. Corruption is a default. You would want them to apply the rules. You would want people to abide by the rules. I always believe in the law. And that is what I think. That is what should govern and guide us, the law. And I think if the law is clear, the law should be followed. But people keep trying to circumvent the law, and that's the issue. But people should stand up against corruption, like you don't have to be part of it. Because you have people tell you to pay this and do this. You don't have to do it. Do it the right way. Do what's right. Paulette said, whatever happened to social responsibility?
Okay, I think internet.
Back. Aren't investors supposed to include and improve the communities they are developing? Where are they represented in these areas? I don't know, because they should have stakeholder meetings and invite all the residents, not just a few, do town hall blower and tell people like, listen, this is gonna be proposed, come voice your opinions, or have people show up and voice their opinions and take it into consideration. They have different level of people to represent them. They have the pastor, they have the council, then they have the MP. So they need to go to all through the chains and get it done. You have neighborhood watch, they can come as a group and go. You have different groups formed within communities. They need to go and voice their opinions. Like I think I was reading this morning where they had a committee meeting in Parliament. I think it's in regard to St. Andrew. I forgot what development, but people from the community went there to talk. I'm not sure if you heard about it, but they weren't allowed to speak. And then the person in charge didn't allow them to speak. And then they had to leave. And then one of the MPs walked out because he said, it's unfair. But like, that's what people need to do. But don't let them lock you out. Go on the agenda and be vocal. Like get yourself heard. You have to do it for you and the future generation. For that
one. Yes, that's true, Michelle. But again, it impacted a set of communities that were prepared to take their chances and to put their voices where their money was. There are a number of developments that are taking place on these smaller plots of land, and it impacts the water supply in the community. It impacts the sewage. There are implications for the supply of water and the management of water. And worsening situation is the traffic. So when you live in a small development that was designed as a single family residential community, and then everybody tearing down these houses and building apartments to accommodate 60 and 80 units, and you're not widening the pipes water supply, you're not widening the sewage supply, and you're not widening the roads, where are you going to, how are you managing? What is the planning committee saying about this? So them give the approvals, but what is the rest of it? And it is things like these that those communities were protesting, and saying,
Yeah.
hey, when they see the notice. But I must tell you, that when they posted the notice on that particular one of those developments, which is quite near to my community, it was posted on the inner section that you can't even see the notice,
See.
but they're going to tell you that they served the notice. So people just have to be, you have to be
Vigilant.
watchful, vigilant. Yes, you have
Very
to be vigilant
vigilant.
all the time. You see somewhere look like them, when they will look for that notice, take a picture of it and enlarge
Go
it,
to your
and
parish
just,
council.
yes, and then the protest started, and the letter to the parish council started, and everything, which is how they ended up there. But normally nobody
Yeah.
would have drive past, don't see it, and next thing you know, it building.
Yeah, because enough things I see, because I'm like, how is this taking place? Where did they get approval from? Like people building structures without the requisite approval. So I'm like, how are they doing it? And then in one instance, I saw where, as I said, like usually it's a little one layer house, and there's these big old mansions being built. And you're blocking people view, you're doing everything else. And I'm like, nobody's going around inspecting and seeing that this structure is being built. Who approve it? Suppose it drop down an earthquake. Does it meet the requirement of what the building authority allows? Suppose, earthquake or anything. As I say, a burden on the whole infrastructure to plumbing, where you're going to have people flooded. So it's like they have to have an overhaul where they're monitoring and ensuring that the same laws that they put in place abide by. Because if it's a little man need to build that structure, how much headache they go get?
Yes, you have to get it, and them come and them stop the development too. Then put stop
Exactly.
order on the one room extension that you're making, and make it painful and miserable for you. And those
Yeah.
are people just
All I want build one little one bedroom, one little bathroom, but you have a problem, are you on the wrong, lots or land. But yeah, these things, so it start from the bottom. I don't know how Jamaica go fix it, but it start from the bottom up. But people need to step up. And sitting and complaining does nothing. You have to take action.
People have to take collective action, and they also have to be guided. In the rural communities, you find that they'll take action when there's a murder or something like that. Them just get up and murder back everybody or burn down them house.
No, that's not the right way. Vigilante justice is
that you want for them to take. But they're taking their action based on what they figure that the action ought to be, and not by what the system will allow them to be winners for. Because if they find another way, hold the person, hand them over to the police and follow up, give the evidence and all of the things that they need to get, then they will have some longer term impact than just burn down the man house and murder and everybody.
Yeah, but to them, they think, like, based on the judicial system, which they're reforming, I hope. You look funny, they go, nothing really, the court case get dragged out, or they plead to like 3 years for murder. So people like, well, better I do justice my way. But I think they're trying to reform that whole system, the judicial system, where the punishment will fit the crime. So as I said, I'm hopeful. I'm always hopeful for Jamaica. But we'll see how that comes up. But vigilante is not the right way. I always think you should go through the right course.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you do have good cops. You do, like, I always talk about Jamaica, but North Chulon is like an oasis, because the law enforcement, you get things done. Like the utopia you hope for Jamaica, you will get done. Because the police are actively involved. You go to them and tell them something, they will go and check it out, and they will do what is necessary. You can rely on them, in my opinion. I don't know about other people, but in my opinion, it's like oasis. You get things done. When people say they don't have access to their representative, you get access to your representative. They might listen to you and not really, but they at least allow you to talk, and they hear you out. And they get
what's the point of them listening to me if them not do nothing?
They will tell
I
us
don't
that they
want
go
to
do it,
be
but that
heard.
does you have to be on it. Because you know, like our but you have to be on them. In any area, you have to be on them, you know,
Okay.
consistently to get things done. You have to be aggressive. But they will listen. But you have that in other areas too. But I live in North Trelawney, so I could only speak for now. There is some more community.
They have to go live in Trelawney. It's just
No,
the
no,
short of
no, not you all come there, please. Please. We want to keep it as an oasis, a joke. Paulette said, whatever happened to social response? Oh, I read that one, right? Grace said, we have laws, but they have no teeth. We have laws, but no justice. That is so sad. Nadine said, we really have to stand up against corruption, indeed. Sandra said, good morning, beautiful ladies and fellow amazing listeners. Nadine said, this is absolutely the truth. Donatella said, back to the story of the beach. When the local are using the same beach as a tourist, there are constant harassment from them towards the tourists, sexual and monetary. Davia said, goes back to jobs related to those fields for those in charge of monitoring development. They make it hard to get in, and then the work is overwhelming and much doesn't get done. The government needs to reform the job process for certain roles and the barrier of entry. Lawton said, blessing my favorite peeps. That is true. In regards to harassment, it is common, but I haven't seen it where I say North Carolina has it. But when we used to have the harassment issue with the tourists, what they did, the government implemented a training program where they train these people that, you know, mostly harass tourists to be more of a guide, like to guide them through the town, and they get a pay. So they channeled, but they channeled that energy instead of being, you know, harassers.
they
The voice
became
is going.
so,
Instead of being harassers, they train them to actually help, like to market North Carolina, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure if other municipalities look at that model and implemented it, because it was really a big issue. And it's a highlight, like the tourists were fearful of walking in the town because of these harassers.
Okay, so you made them stakeholders in the process.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what they did. So I guess that's the only way to curb it. Because, and then the thing is that, you know, because it not really help Jamaica much, you know, because you see these documentaries which I watched the other day. Somebody sent it to me. I'm not sure if people saw it, where they say like, oh, the rent-a-dread is a big thing, where tourists come to Jamaica to have sex with these rent-a-dreads. And the guy was saying he make like 800 a night, 800 US a night. And other people. So they go on the beach, they meet these couples, sometimes they want them to have sex with their partner or not. But it's a big industry. And they did the whole interview. So maybe somebody's seen this saying, you know what, let me go down on the beach. Maybe if me holler at the tourists, they might be into that and we can make some money. But maybe at the wrong tourists they might, you know, talk to. But this documentary, I thought to myself, did not help Jamaica, because, you know, it feed into all these Rastas sitting on the beach, and some of them are genuine Rasta, not into that. But they say it's a big booming business in Jamaica. Right.
But then they probably need to say, well, how do we regulate this industry? Because here is an industry that needs some regulation, and probably take an approach like they did in the Netherlands, in Holland, where they have their red light district or their blue light district, whatever it is that they're calling. And we probably need to take advantage of that, because if in fact people are coming here to have sex with Jamaicans or want to have sex, then we might as well recognize it as a product, a service, and regulate it so that people not killing each other, not doing unhealthy practices. Don't, Michelle, all of that wrong.
But I was thinking, did somebody, I think a representative came up with that proposal a few years ago for the strip and back road and everything. So they need to regulate, and like prostitutes need to have rights because they work, you know. But I thought somebody put it on the table about it. But we laugh about it, but in other countries, they do realize, you know, it is a problem, but they do try to regularize it. So
And the truth is that it's not going to go away because everybody will tell you that is the oldest, longest profession. It's from
Yeah.
mankind. The prostitution has existed and it's the oldest profession known to man and woman.
Yeah.
So we probably really, really, really ought to put aside our nuances and
Morals.
recognize
Yeah.
not some of the nuances of our morals because it's going to be done anyway. So would you not put a system in place that enables it to be done in a
And
decent
protect them.
and protect it, right, protecting the well-being, the physical and the mental well-being of the individuals rather than chasing resources to run them off the beach and all of that.
Yes.
um
Some more comment. Paulette said, Michelle, people are going to move to North Trelawney. I know. Sandra said, make room for me, Michelle. I'm moving to North Trelawney. No. Paulette said, there's still a lot of harassment and not only the tourist area. That is true. Tracy Ann said, regulate prostitution. Mark said, I guess we need a rent-a-jet district. Davia said, might end up like the new laws announced in Indonesia that will go into effect in 2.5 to 3 years regarding sex and sex-related activities in their countries. Paula said there has always been the rent-a-jet in the tourist areas and at the resorts. Tracy, I said, no,
then how
we
when me
don't
go to
have to
resort and say
partake in
nobody no
every.
offer me no service, me no nobody, me look like me
That's
no
true.
money.
They
But
must
wait,
look for me.
we don't qualify.
We don't qualify at all.
Oh my
They
God.
look- Oh my, it is so
Boy.
funny.
No, so anyway, I wanted to read the article from the Observer because I thought it was just ingenious or unfortunate. The robbery at that
Hello.
supermarket in Hilo over in St. James, because the headline says that they were distracted by the
The car,
the stunt car.
the
Um,
movie,
so I'm saying,
the
but
movie.
really, this is such creativity and such genius at play because the stunt vehicle goes out there now and he making all this noise and booming up all over the place. People are distracted by it, and all this heavy machinery is in the back,
Digging out the hello.
digging out the
I'm not
place.
laughing. It's sad. It is sad.
But I'm just saying that we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted by anything. You understand? It's just like you're on the you're walking along the road. My friend says he's walking downtown and he hears a bike man coming and he's on his phone and him just say, no, I'm gonna put away my phone. And the bike man comes and bounce whoever is on the back, bounce him, but his phone don't drop because he just put away the phone. And the bike stops a little distance down from him and them
Hmm?
steering him down because they'll never get him phone.
Oh my, look at it, they never do anything more. But yeah, that is true. You have to be aware of what is going on around you. You can't be clueless because you see, like I've seen instances where they say people leave the bank just walking and people just grab the bag and whatever. And it's like literally somebody watching them. And like people not aware and they just keep going about it. They don't know who gonna be targeting them. But you have to be aware and look around you and be mindful of everything. But that stunt come out of one movie though. Like what's that show? They have that racing show. Every year they come out with a new one. Some fast drive, like they driving fast and furious, fast and furious.
Fast and
Furious.
fast.
But it look like what I see now is that they're moving away from just robbing the little man, like it's a little breaking. But you see now like it's bigger targets now they're going after. Because the other day, I think unfortunately the guy died when he was in St. Mary, when he was leaving with all the money from his business. And they attacked. And then the supermarkets that are mostly run by Chinese, they see them attacking, taking those. So it's like they're going for bigger targets now.
Yeah.
Not the smaller ones. Because that hit by Hilo was a massive hit. But I hope now that these people that are being targeted, because now they're going after these bigger people, the issue of crime and addressing this will be more addressed more. What's the word I'm saying? Like it's a serious issue, but I think a lot of people like, okay, don't directly impact me. So, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah,
now I hope
I'm not
that
concerned,
now,
I'm not concerned about it because
yeah, you know,
it's
impact them, you know, in their community, you know. So now I think that now it's impacting these big businesses directly.
yes.
Now they'll do more, be more act, you know, do more than just say, oh, we want crime go down. Do more and be more
You're paying
involved.
more
And
than lip service right now.
yeah, and offer solutions too within their community, because it's not only where you say, oh, you need police to be, but do more communities to base stuff that could help out these communities and these youths. I know people always say the youth them don't want to work, but they don't really have much options. And not everybody want the construction. People say, oh, but people that build, and everybody want the construction. You know, like people have other ambitions. So now because you say, oh, construction are ones that they need to do anything. No, they're in school. Get them in school, assist them with food or whatever. Because most of them always say, like, me don't have no money to buy food, you know, pay tax or whatever, offer transportation to get them to school so they could be more involved in the school process, offer mentorship programs, internship to these students. So they, you know, set a different chart for them so that they don't want, when they leave school, just sitting or just looking at scammers to make, well, everybody has scammer now to make money. That's what I leave again. So I have to talk on the poor throat, but she'll be back. So yeah, so hopefully these big businesses get more
I don't know, you
involved.
probably can still hear me, but
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
right. So I just cut my video because it really is just painful. I don't know what is happening with my thing. So I decided that I'll stay off camera for what it is worth, and to keep the account going. And I'd probably read the messages if ever it comes up for you instead. So I'm still
Okay.
here, just this voice somewhere
Okay.
shouting in your
The air. So we're hearing her. So Davia said, people are okay. So VM said, how long ago was the video? Rent-A-Dread has been around for a long time. Yeah, I think I saw it in December, but that's what I thought. But when they brought it up, I was like, oh, it's still going. I thought it died down, but I guess it's still going. Paulus said people are too distracted with their phones, not only in Jamaica, but everywhere. True. David said, because everybody wanted a TikTok video. David said, but it hurts the community badly. The residents who work there won't have jobs. That is true. That's why they need to consider people within the community about getting these jobs. Red Fox says, so unfortunate. It's a beautiful country we have. Then I said, I read the story with the attack where the male died in that robbery. I think it's an inside job. Mark said, I guess we need to go cashless to cut down on robberies. Let them send an email if they want to rob someone. That's a good one. Diana, you still there? Yeah, so yeah, they have to do.
Also, we go back to the Nigerian kind of scamming when they send all these.
Yeah, you look like I don't have to go back to. But yeah, Jamaica have its bad, but I still think it's a beautiful place. We have a lot of stuff that needs improving, but it's still a beautiful country to enjoy. David said it rough bad. It rough bad. It is a little bit rough. That's then what's the next topic? Are you hearing me? So anybody can highlight anything good that happened this week? We always say all that's bad in Jamaica. But anything good happening in Jamaica? I don't know. I saw one good thing though. In the news, I saw where an injunction was issued with the mining in the cockpit country, which I think is a major thing because with the destruction of communities. So I'm glad they got an injunction. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent one, but for now, what they're doing to the cockpit, we need to protect the cockpit because it's our main source of water. They are destroying a lot of our history. The more they dig for their bauxite, and they're destroying communities. As you see, I saw a documentary where, you know, like it's the farming communities and people farm. I also saw the picture of like the school. I think it's in Gibraltar, where you literally see the school and the mining like right at the edge of the school. And I'm like, but children are there. So imagine the health impact on these children with all the dust. So, but I haven't heard about like how it's impact them health-wise in regards to asthma and all those things. But it's good whoever went ahead to take action on behalf of the people. That's good and major. And you see what happens when people do things collectively. Things can be accomplished. It's just that people have to join in one voice to get things done. So that's major. Did anybody hear about that? The mining in cockpit that was put on hold, an injunction. And while I wait on Dr. Diana to come back, I don't like talking by myself. And because I will go on and on. Red Fox said, love this, Michelle and Diana. I will be back on your show. Very informative and interesting. Love the work you're doing. Thank you, Red Fox. I like it and I like that you love it. And yes, we look forward. Tell your family and friends to tune in. And we just talk about, as you see, current affairs and what's going on. Usually we have guests on to talk about different topics, but today we don't have anyone. The person that I thought about wasn't available. But we tried to bring on guests. Like last week, we had an individual on to talk about traffic, the new traffic laws that will be implemented. I'm hopeful that he'll be back on because the new law will be implemented in February. And I know like a lot of people are not aware of these new laws and how they'll impact them. So people, as we always say, need to educate themselves about laws so they're not caught up in this implementation. But hopefully this law will help to reduce the road fatalities that we see on the roads. So we're hopeful he could come back. If you missed the show, you could go on jamaican.com and look and you will see it. David said, very happy to hear that. Thanks for sharing the news about the cockpit country. Nadine said, our new roads in St. Thomas. You guys got new roads? I lie. Sandra said, Michelle, you're doing a great job all by your load. Some say, not true. Sometimes I have to do things alone. Mark said, I thought you were going to say they're mining gold in the cockpit country. Gold, then maybe I try to find gold down there because it hasn't been touched since Jamaica has been. But I think they're digging for minerals or the same bauxite, which I thought we had moved away from bauxite. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what amount of revenue bauxite is still bringing into the island. But I think it would be best used to go into other like farming, invest more in farming and farming those lands with the rich minerals in those soils. Because I guess the best yam and all these things come from those areas because of the rich minerals. So, and it look like we're gonna have a food crisis. So that's what they should focus on. Oh, before we go upon that, we keep seeing everybody posting about egg. What is the big issue with egg? I don't like egg, but is it that there's a shortage of eggs on the market? Can somebody let me know? Because I see everybody talking about egg and using egg as payments. Nadine said yes. So what is the issue with egg? So as I say, we're gonna have a food crisis, and I hope in Jamaica people are looking forward to doing more farming. I know on one show we talked about doing more farming, and Dr. Diana is supposed to give us an update as to where her farm is and how far ahead she is with doing her farm. But we have to go back to our roots, like plant a little banana tree, plant our little vegetable gardens and all these things, because food is too costly. And each time I go to the supermarket, I'm really sad that my bag is getting smaller. The bags I'm taking home are smaller, but the cost, the money I pay is going higher. And I have to be now figuring out what I'm going to buy and what I'm going to leave. Oh, it's just expensive. The eggs are just expensive. Yeah, but eggs are always expensive. No, $4 something per egg. I don't like egg that much. But you know what happened? What people can do? Get a little fowl, what they call them, laying fowl, in your backyard, and then rear the fowl, and then you will get some wonderful eggs, and you can get a lot of eggs per day. Polly said, who knows what they're mining? I don't know. I do believe though it's bauxite, but I don't know what else they're looking for, but they could give it a break. and taking away people's land. If you want to see that documentary, I think it's on Vice. And they talk about the cockpit and they interviewed individuals that lived in the cockpit area. It was a very informative documentary. And I think like when people want to learn more, because like, I talk about it, I don't think it's enough. I think like people should go about and do their own research to look into things. And it's on Vice. You could find it on YouTube. And also like how we always talk about current affairs, like the listeners take the time to like read up on the news and was my allergies, everything, my throat is going. I don't think I have COVID though, but we never know. But I'm hopeful I don't have COVID, but I'll get out of sick. But yeah, so do your research and find out what's happening. Now people have to get connected to what's happening in their area so that they can be informed and be aware and educate themselves and their family members who are not fully aware. Paulette said, who knows what they're mining? Egg prices are up because of a form of bird flu killing egg-laying hens. Whoa, is this in China or where all over the world? Then I think the price of eggs, just lobster say eggs, has raised really high. I use for baking and making my omelet. My food stuff though, no matter how much it costs, that is the first for me, not cutting back. Yeah, I guess if you like eggs, you will pay whatever. But well, you're in Canada, Diana, so I want to say go get some chickens and lay some eggs. I mean, not lay egg, not you, the chicken, and get some eggs. So, but that's what we're doing. Dr. Diana haven't come back on yet. Okay, so I guess that's the issue. The price of eggs going out of whack. But yeah, so what's a substitute for egg? I don't know. But Paula says all over. Okay, in the US also. Yeah, because I see everybody going crazy and I see people doing memes about eggs. And I wasn't quite sure because I don't like eggs. I don't like eggs. Mark says there's a virus killing hens in the US. However, migrating birds can spread it. Oh, okay. Hopefully they can get a handle on it. So is that the same thing in Jamaica for those listening? Is the price of eggs getting ridiculous in Jamaica? Or people just have their own chicken and just have their own eggs? Dr. Diana is coming back on, talking by myself, people. I don't like talking by myself. And my voice is going. So yeah, so hopefully they resolve the egg issue. Not a big fan of egg, but for all the egg lovers, I hope they resolve that egg issue. And what else happened in the news that really, honestly, I was trying to find out what was a good thing that happened. Oh, last night, they had the awards for best sportsman and woman in Jamaica. So it's always a good thing when it comes to sports to take us away from all that's happening. So it's good when we see our athletes get recognized for their efforts. I didn't watch it, but I saw the highlights. So congratulations to all the winners and the nominees for winning last night. Mark says, Dana said, I have seen eggs in the store for $8. Wow. I was tired and had the 2-year-old with me, so I bought it. Oh, Diana, you're roll heavy, man. $8 for eggs. Lorna said, but she's in Canada, people. Lorna said, I see where a 74-year-old lady in Jamaica stole friend land. She didn't get jail time, only get 3 years suspension. She even gives some of the land to her children. What? So she stole her friend land? Like, what did she do? Like, she said she had title to the land and she only got, well, I guess they're looking at her age at 74. So she only gets 3 years suspension. Hopefully she returned the land to the rightful owner. That is unfortunate. Update me, Lorna. Did the family get back their land? Mark said, if eggs are scarce in the US, then it drives up the price globally. Demand and supply is global. Yes, it is. But I guess it is driving up the price because I see everybody complaining about eggs. I just never followed up on it because I'm not a fan of eggs. Julie, I eat egg, but I'm not a big fan where I go crazy over it. Juliet said, "Good morning, everyone. The bird flu is in California." Diana, old thief, my grandpa referred to her as, oh, to the lady. Yeah, that's wicked. How you supposed to take your friend land? That is just wicked. Lorna said, "Happy birthday, Lawton. You finally catch up with me." Happy birthday. Oh, Lawton never tell us my birthday. Did he mention it earlier? Happy birthday. Hopefully Dr. Then I can get back on so she could sing you happy birthday. And remember, for those who have, if you have a family or friend that's having a birthday, type their name so I could give them a shout out on your behalf. BM said $8 for 30 eggs. Is that a bad thing? Not really bad. VM, where are you again? Are you in Canada or are you in London? Let me know. Well, no, not everything, the projection of everything. I would say hopefully the food price will decline and the egg price will decline. One thing to cover, but basically COVID has, I think, leveled out where we're getting to a normal life living with it. But I don't see where the food prices are adjusting. I just see where it's still going out of hand. So I guess you just have to adjust. Hopefully, okay, VM is in Toronto. Also over there in Canada. Okay, how is it there? How is the weather there? Oh, I think Diana said it's cold, raining, cold. But it kind of sad what's happening with price. Oh, Davia said close to $8 for a dozen here in New York. Brand and type varies drastically in prices. That is true. Some people buy the store brand. I usually try to buy the there is one brand I like, the organic. So they claim. Because the other day I saw a documentary that this thing you're talking about organic stuff is not really organic. So you can't trust anything now. But yeah, it is, yeah, based on the prices. Yeah, because usually I think the cheaper brand is usually the store brand for eggs are usually cheaper. Yeah, but if you're able to build a coop or have some chickens start, I think it just take a couple months, right, before they start lay eggs. So do that. We have to go in survival mode. Because we have to balance all things with the whole cost. Yeah, Davia said cage free is the closest to natural. Yeah, that's what I heard, the one that run free. That is true. So yeah, so eggs, I guess that had a big thing now. But food overall too pricey and costly. Even the food at the restaurant, the other day I was looking at my bill, like eating out, and I'm like, no, I have to cut back. Can't be spending all this money on food, eating out. All of my money. Sandra said I can get eggs as low as $3.87 for a whole food eggs, 12 count. Okay. Where are you, Sandra? So people can know and go. Because, well, New York price really high, the $8. So people can know where to go to shop and buy their stuff. They ask which part. Yeah. Sandra, tell us where to get the eggs for $3.87. Okay, Lorna's provides an update. She said the lady friend sent her money. Oh my God, this always happens. From England to buy the land. She changed the title over to her name, signed her ex-husband's name. The poor man said he was out of the country at the time. But it's kind of strange because when I go to do something at title office, the process is so long and tedious. So I think you have a lot of check and balance. So how was she able to? Well, I guess because she just sent the money. So the friend, that is just weird. So what she sent to the friend to prove that she actually purchased the land? Should I have to send her a title? So she sent her a fake title. But at 74 years old, this is what she did. They should try book at her. They should look at the age. They should just match it to the crime and show the book at her. Philip said, good morning, ladies. Good morning, Philip. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day today. And it's, you know, we have life. So I hope you're enjoying your Saturday morning. And thanks for joining us. As you see, I'm by myself talking. I don't like doing this. I would prefer to have Dr. Diana Lee or somebody here on. So I hope I'm not boring you guys. Me keep on saying but Lauren said, thanks so very much. I'm trying to pass. Diana said, I'll forever eat at my favorite Italian restaurant and a Jamaican and Portuguese restaurant. Love my food, so willing to pay for it. And yeah, it got expensive, but oh well. You know, that was the same mentality I had. Like, oh well, I just money. But when I look at my credit card statement the other day, I'm like, something has got to give. Either I go eat at my favorite restaurant during their lunch menu, I look up their specials. But I can't live like that anymore. So I just said, I'm in South California. I shop Amazon Fresh. Oh, you shop online. David, I said, I'll host with you. You want to log on? Nadine said, whenever you're buying land in Jamaica, it's best to be there in person and do your investigation or get a good lawyer. I agree 100%. You can't trust people, not even family. Okay. Johnny, you want to log in? Dave, you have to go get an email to send you. Paulette said, Nicholas, doesn't matter the age. If she has a teeth when she was young, she will continue to be one when she gets old if she doesn't change. That is true. That is true. If you're born a thief, you're going to get a thief. So then she'll throw the book at her. That is just wicked. The woman, whoever her friend is, more than likely work hard in England, work hard, and she decides that she deserves it more than her. I think they should have thrown the book at her. They should have taken everything from her and left her destitute for the rest of her days. That is just wicked. This poor lady might be looking to retire to Jamaica and, you know, live a comfortable life. That's just wicked. Johnny said, good morning, beautiful people. Hi, Michelle, doing a great job. I had to check Jamaica.com. Got no notification. I don't know why the notifications are not coming out. Yeah, but welcome, Johnny. I know you're scheduled busy, but I'm glad you're here. PM said, you're doing a good job. I don't eat out anymore. Thank you. Yeah, I need to cut it out. Like, I really need to start cooking. But the thing is that I need to improve my cooking. So I'm going to work on that so that I don't waste money eating out. You have to change location again. You look frustrated and tired.
I keep trying to join. I don't even know if it's working.
Working now. You're on. Put on a smile.
It's always the person I feel like I beat myself to death just to join this time. One last time.
Yeah, imagine where you're running all over the house to find locations.
I've cut up right next to the road, you know. I call Flo, I cuss them, and then I try again. It's a hotspot.
Okay, so we're coming. Sandra said, best left to cook dinner for all of us. What?
No, Sandra, no, I don't leave to cook no dinner. In fact, I must confess that today I tried out the slow cooker. So I got up early this morning. I had seasoned the chicken 2 days ago and I stick it in the slow cooker with some vegetables and I'll watch it to see how it turns out.
Oh, nice. Let's know. But by the way, before I move on with this, how is the garden going? Like, how far are you
I have something to report. Hold on.
Okay, so I should go get the pictures or whatever to report. Let me read some more comments. Dana said we do it once every 2 months compared to every week. Eating out, that's it. Okay, yeah, I have to cut back. I eat out every day. I need to cut back really. I need to cut back on it. I need to prepare food or if anybody want to cook for me. June said, good morning. Finally, June. Good morning. Good morning.
Finally.
Well,
All
so
right.
what's
So
the
I have to
update?
report that I have my beans. I have been drying
Mm,
them all 2 weeks. Michelle, I don't know if you know what beans look like, but these beans come in these broad pads
I
that
do.
that you crack open, and voila, you get beans. And my beans, they are not white; they're in fact some
Red.
red broad beans. So
Oh,
I
I
have them
saw
for
it at the
planting
market.
now. Yes.
So you know how to grow it? You know
No,
you
but
have to put it in.
I've been ordered to buy some flower pots. I'm buying some big flower pots or some pails, and then we're going to fill it up with the dirt and the manure, and the manure is the fertilizer. And
Yeah.
how many? I think we put two or so in each pot.
I'm not sure, but you're gonna need stick. Cause if a bean, no, that bean grow like tree, right? Or not
Yes,
string bean.
it's a long bean. So you're going to put against the fence.
Okay, to run on the fence. Okay.
Right, so that we might have to put strings because it might need more space, but it's going to be put on the fence and then everybody can have access to it.
Wow.
Um, and then I
Pictures
have
coming
some
soon.
gungo too, and the gungo dry. I put the gungo to dry as well. So I don't know. Do you plant
Gungo.
gungo anytime, or you have to wait a time a year to plant the gungo? I
I
don't know.
don't know. I guess just try like error. Well, good job. She's getting there, people. She's getting there. We're gonna get another progress report in 2 weeks.
Teachers.
Johnny said, Johnny said the land thing is common. The story goes over 50 years to 100 or even more years in my own family. Wow. You didn't hear that conversation about a
No.
74-year-old lady that
Uh-huh.
her friend sent her money to purchase the land,
Uh-huh.
but she took the land and sold it, and I guess divided it up to her family. But they only gave her a 3-year suspension.
Yes, but the story is a little bit. It's not her friend. It's not her friend that sent it. So her husband sent money for her to buy land as well, and she registered the land in her ex-husband name.
That's a wicked woman. So two people she rip off.
And then the ex-husband said, "But he man, I never have no such argument for do that."
Whoa. Lorna's okay. June said never got notification either. I'm not sure why you guys not getting the notification, but I guess just log on at 10 o'clock because we're on.
On a
I'm not
Saturday, we're
sure.
here.
Yeah, at 10.
Mhm.
Lorna said I need Dr. Diana to update on it. She sent the title to the friend in England. The friend sent it back to her to keep. But even to transfer it though, you have to get signatures.
Yes,
You have to
unless they
get and
give
you
a
have to
power of
provide a bunch
attorney
of
or something.
documents.
But
Yeah.
if they got power of attorney, don't make sure remember that them can just change it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. But if she give her power of no, man, that's crazy. Send it back to keep and she transferred to her name. I hope that I come back to inform us the process. Paula said, I don't know why people continue to send money to friends and family to build house. Haven't they heard what's going on in Jamaica? I'm telling you, like they don't hear the horror stories, so why they keep doing it? Or they maybe
But
say, oh,
Michelle,
this friend
but
not
they
doing
don't
to
even know
me.
which one bad you know, because when I look at the news and see the development that lady built, if
Mm-hmm.
she built it with the people their money now, and I buy one while I'm in England or Canada or something, what going to happen?
Yeah.
What going to happen? No, so you really have to know, in the banking sector they always say know your client. People just have to know who them trust in. Send
How
it
they
to your
doing it?
lawyer. Some of them you can't trust, but for the most part they're good. Send it through your banking system and stuff. But I don't know, it's hard, it's
Take
tough.
that trip. Take that trip.
Take
Take
that
that
trip.
trip. One trip and knock out everything. You don't have to make nobody know where you're going. You don't have to tell anybody anything. Go stay at a hotel. Book a cab service. Look about your business and go back to your yard.
Okay, good to
Because like it's instances where they pick up the family to help them and end up rob them and kill them. So you don't have to make anybody
yes.
know.
Remember that story about the boy and his mother who,
Yeah.
come and him pick up the mother give him some money, and later somebody come rob
Yeah, and it
rob
was
them.
a setup. So people be careful, be vigilant, as we said earlier. Diana said, I cannot cook. I can bake though. My cooking is a chicken and roast in the oven. It is well seasoned though. Learned this from my dad. Yeah, your dad can't cook. You always talk about your father. So at least you can't go to daddy to get food. I have no one to go to. Cheryl said, in a restaurant. Cheryl said, me I come for dinner. Where?
Sherry Stewart.
Yeah. Or she got Dr. Diana for dinner.
I can go lock, I can tell security, so me not expect no visitor.
Jody said, when you hear from the shout, line and thief in people dead, can't remember, don't know the whole story, etc. Love steal titles. Yeah, people also take people property. They say, I have to be mindful, man. Cheryl said, oh, Dr. Diana, she go for dinner. Diana said, I got slow cooker, pressure cooker for a wedding present. I look at them and they still in the box. Sandra said, Diana, I'm right there with you. It's hard to cook with these gadgets when you are used to cooking in a fireside. Sandra know about fireside. Paulette said, good start, Diana, just try it. Keep going at it. Diana
Yes, I
said,
think about it and I getting everybody on board because next to me there are 2 children, 2 teenagers. So they're in charge of water and we're rotating days to make sure that the pot them get water.
No,
So
I can shout about the chick.
about the chicken, about cooking.
Yeah,
I always cook. Nobody take no step with me. Me always cook. Me enjoy cooking, so I can always come in my yard because we enjoy cooking.
Brandy said, Dr. I love beans. My dad plants all different beans in the summer. I help him pick. His friends brought him some green gungo from Jamaica. So parents making the green pea soup today with beef and pigtail. Leave out the pigtail.
Pigtail.
Just enough to leave pigtail in that 2020.
And the ham bone. All them people who have them ham, but when people are foreign, I have no ham bone. Ham bone, man, that middle bone. Nice.
Listen, no need to leave the hog and the pig.
Talk about leaving hog and pig and them things there. Want to see all those meat that them growing in the labs and they grow this beef now and the Allah man say it Allah, it kosher or whatever it is. So them can eat
what they said.
The lab generated meat.
I think that person invested in that product. So he wants it to sell. Because I don't think that's what Allah was thinking about when he said Allah. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. Diana said the only fireside I know about is a barbecue grill and that cover in the backyard with snow on top of it. Paulette said even banking system there's robbing people. That is true. Nadine said green pea soup with beef, pure delicious. Paulette said the plant. Sandra gonna set me on. Michelle, me born and raised in a country in Jamaica. Best cooking is on the first side. Oh, you're born in a country too? Yes, it is the best cooking. My grandmother always cook outside in the outside kitchen with the wood fire. She used to use wood
fireside, and you can regulate that the fire now because you can pull out the wood or add more wood.
Yeah, put it back in.
Yes.
And like when I was a child, I used to funny fear. So you know, like you have to funny. So and then when she bakes stuff, she used to bake also on the wood fire. So it just like taste the smoke. That's the thing I think I'm missing. Like when people make caramel pudding, she always put it, you know, the smoke and put it in pudding.
Yes.
I think that's the taste I miss.
That flavor.
Do it like that anymore. That I know.
They have some quick and easy ways to do things now.
Yeah, too easy. But yeah, in regards to we went about you just mentioned something. What was it you mentioned?
About what? We talk about, let me check up on the farm and we talk about that. We talk about too much.
And not sure a lot, right? It's Lawton's birthday today, so you're supposed to sing for him.
Oh, it's Lawton's birthday. Everybody know that I don't do the singing thing so good. You can't do that to me. I don't do that.
They don't care. They want you to sing a song. Garvin says so much negativity. So Garvin, when I tell you something positive, didn't I ask you to say something positive? Cooking with food positive. They're talking about they cooking their green peas with beef and planting seeds. Garvin, tell us something positive.
Well, them announced street curfew in Manchester. Can you imagine Manchester? This is where the returning residents them come to. This is where
in Manchester, but them gonna attack them.
Yes. Oh my gosh, them allowing.
But that's positive. The curfew is positive.
Oh, it's positive to people them up there, I suppose.
Okay, Nadine said, me too bringing back so much beautiful memories of my grandmother's cooking and baking sweet potato pudding. Yeah, man, great
Anybody
memory.
can make sweet potato pudding. How do you make a good sweet potato pudding?
Somebody tell us how to do it, because I surely don't know. I just need to learn how to cook some good food. Mother was trying to
What you want
teach
to
it.
learn to cook so we can just help you? What you want to cook today?
I want to learn how to cook some good fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
You know, the one that kind of reddish,
Crispy.
brownish, yeah, crispy, the Jamaican way. I think it's paprika.
Oh, all right. So you have to make a flour thing for it. Season up your chicken. So get your chicken. You're not gonna buy no whole of chicken and cut it up. So you're gonna buy the chicken as parts. So you'll buy leg and thighs because those are easy. And you're going to season it up. Season it up overnight. So
What
seasoning
season
up
it with what?
all right. So this is where the things called seasoning come in. You go to the store and you buy all-purpose. McCormick has, or Lorry's have a seasoning in a bottle. Okay. You don't need no Mrs. Dash and all of that. They're just too expensive. So you buy one Lorry's or you buy one Publix brand all-purpose poultry seasoning. And you buy paprika as well. And you make sure you have an egg. The egg is not to season the chicken with, but the egg is for later on. And you have flour, all-purpose flour, salt and black pepper, scallion, but then I call it scallion of and then call it green onions, garlic. And you don't have to buy garlic cloves. You can buy Publix lots of garlic in the tube. It look almost like a toothpaste kind of tube, and you just squeeze it already crushed, and you just squeeze it. So put on your gloves, your food gloves. Wash your chicken with some vinegar and water. Drain it. Season it up with your garlic, salt, and pepper. The powdered.
You have to email that to me though. You have to WhatsApp.
We forgot to do a live video.
That's true.
Buy the seasoning and then we'll walk you through it.
Yeah,
and then
come to Jamaica.
Yeah, you need flour. My thing is that if you deep fry it is best. So don't cook it in a regular frying pan because you have to put too much flour in it. I usually fry it in a small enough pot to hold 2 pieces when I fry it at a time.
Oh, pot.
Or 3 pieces. So you can pour enough oil in there so that when you drop it in there, it covers it.
How about deep
fryer? You like how they do it in a store, dipping at the hole for oil?
May I have that? May I have one of that?
You have one deep fat fryer?
Yeah, the whole one.
Oh, really?
I have a lot of little stuff in a cooker.
You have air fryer too?
I do.
And if you have air fryer, then we know.
I don't like how it tastes with the air fryer. I don't like how it tastes with the air fryer.
I don't like it either, but so you can throw away. But
so when we come to Jamaica, when I come to Jamaica, we're gonna have a day where we do cooking.
All right, cooking class. But we don't have to come to Jamaica. We can do cooking class, right? Because somebody can probably tell us some tricks about the fried chicken. I like the fried chicken too, but always come out good.
But yeah, give me instruction and it come out good.
But no, not always. But I find out it's just that
somebody will always
turn it. You don't want to turn. Well, all right, sit down there. You can't cook.
We need a professional. But we need a professional, so we can't really cook it good.
All right, and let me invite Miss Monica. Next week, I'm going to invite Miss Monica, who is a chef, an executive chef, to come on and to walk us through. What else you want to learn to cook?
I need to learn how to bake. I want to bake caramel pudding. My grandma used to show me, but I don't remember I was a child.
She can bake caramel pudding. She can make creme brulee and yogurt, cake, fancy and breads and all of that. She know she can probably tell you how, but she's not going to be an expert. We forget somebody traditional Jamaican to tell you about caramel.
You know, our old lady. Garban said, "Join Jesus." Yes, Garban, we have all joined Jesus. We've all joined Jesus. Sandra said, "Happy birthday, Lawton. Have a blessed day." Paulette said, "Happy birthday." Garban said, "He's calling you." I know he's calling me and I'm answering his call. You hear Jesus, I call Dr. Diana. You know, tell us if you stop eating pork.
But look here upon the news. Them tell we say Jamaicans are being placed on an alert for a possible shortage of chicken meat and eggs towards the end of March, heading into April, as a result of a recent animal feed shortage. Then that is not to buy 2 chicken.
Yeah, I have to buy a chicken. Now that was say we have to do croissant chicken, rare some.
But we need a coop. But we need to put up a little house for them. Can't just let them go through fence and go about them business.
Your fence up wall?
Yeah.
Oh, fix it all them. Lawton said, "Sing Dr. Dan and make my birthday." Julius said, what about the man who came from UK to bury his mother and her son got killed 4 days after over land and house in Man? Yeah, that was really sad.
Really?
Did you see it in the news last week? It was, this week. The guy in his bed and they kill him like 12:30. He just buried his mother.
I saw the one where the guy went to the funeral and he seemed to have had a dispute with his nephew or something, and he was murdered at the funeral of a 4-year-old. So somebody else died in
No, that's another one. I think this one is in Mandeville or Manchester.
Wow.
In bury mother. Dawn said, I like the pudding mixed with cornmeal, not the plain potatoes. Okay. Grace said, use the egg coloring to enhance the color. After what? The chicken?
Right. No, the egg, usually what mommy used to do is that you beat up the egg with some milk and you dip the chicken in that egg milk mix. You shake it off so it's just enough, and then you roll it in the flour, but it's really for the flour to hold to the chicken, for you to get that flakiness and stuff.
Okay, Cheryl said, heel at top, heel at bottom, hallelujah in the middle.
Hell.
Pudding. Laura said, so worried about what happening in my beloved Manchester. Not true. Paula said, Michelle, they always have whole chicken cut up. Yeah, Publix to that. Nadine said, yes. Johnny said, I can send you the names of the Jamaican cookbook YouTube channels and some other things to help Michelle. Yeah, send them on. We need to learn.
Yeah, but don't overwhelm her with all of it. Just send her the ones that you know really, really are good. Enid Dollonser has an excellent Jamaican book. Let me show it to you.
Nothing too much. I just want a simple how to cook the one killer brown stewed chicken or the real taste of Jamaica in it. That's a good, look like a good book. Yes. Look like an old school. Simple.
Yes, it's a real old school book, and you can find all the things that you need in there. Let me see if them have sweet potato pudding, Michelle. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yes, send my picture.
Them have stew peas with it, and them have stew peas with pigtail. I never even know, but we don't need that. We can't do that.
Like, this is local stew peas. Oh my God, I need to cover. Yeah, I won't be getting that anymore. Johnny said, I can. Okay, Paula said you need a Dutch pot. I have a Dutch pot in my mother went buy one and carry home. I do have a Dutch pot.
Oh, so you can fry your chicken in a Dutch pot?
You should buy one Dutch pot. She said, "Me need one."
You take it put in a cupboard for your thing, so that's all you need to put in a cupboard.
Yeah, the only thing what she tell me need I want pressure cooker. What me never buy, so I'm gonna buy one. She said, "Me need a pressure."
What you gonna do with the pressure cooker? I don't need no pressure cooker now again.
She say always good for pressure your meat, like your goat and your. Yeah.
But you have Dutch pot, so all you have to do is cook the goat meat a little bit longer. It's better than pressure it.
I think I'm gonna buy some oxtail and Johnny said we need a guest chef. Yeah, that's what Dr. Then I go bring on a guest chef. And maybe she can just show us.
Who's that, Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny.
Then why she not on the show hosting? She not see me struggle with internet.
But then I said she come on later. I said why she never log on. Paulette laughing. David said deep fryer or cast iron pot is best. Garvan said me can teach about fried chicken. Okay, teach me, Garvan. Sandra said yeah, me love those little things.
Drop some greater cake.
Yeah. Sandra said I can't help you, Michelle, with the fried chicken. I get serious heartburn. Then I said I wonder where my deep fryer, fat fryer and air fryer are. Cannot remember where I stored them. In the basement, got as a wedding gift. As so much wedding gift I get, Diana.
She, if you can come to Jamaica, come give them away.
What Cheryl said, Michelle, the only thing sweeter than pork is more pork. Well, now hear me. All right, Garvan have the answer.
Friend, come for dinner.
Garvan have the answer. Pork is not swine. The swine is a wild boar. Well, Garvan, you're not defending me right now.
Yes, Garvan, here.
Grace said egg coloring for the chicken. Okay. Grace said there's something named egg coloring. It's under the Island Spice brand. Oh. Garvan
what do you use it for though?
She said for the chicken to give it color.
No, chicken color. You know, can just put some turmeric or something in that oil if you want yellow color.
I don't know. Garvan said curry shrimp upon my mind. Garvan said, "Correction upon my mind." Philip said, "Oh, YouTube you can see all the Jamaican food preparation." Diana said, "I have 3 Dutch pot, large, medium, small. Never use them. Use the electric frying pan, easy to clean." Johnny said, "Get an Instapot." What is that? I have to look it up. Paula said, "I still have a Dutch pot my mother-in-law gave me over 25 years ago. I used to fry chicken." Johnny said, "I would moving around, join late. Ladies, we need to catch up." We do. Yeah. Davia said, "Yes, ma'am." Lorna said, "Remember, you used to own restaurant. You can cook." Oh, yeah, in California.
Yes. I wonder if he could have cooked. I wonder if Leo could have cooked. For Leo, no strike me as somebody can cook, you know.
He not strike me as that, but then he went on the restaurant and he saw like he got, look like
yeah, but Mr. Kentucky or in the restaurant, I mean, saying can fry chicken.
True. But I said Mary come from, so I'm not likely know if you do it. True. Paula said, "You are also funny." Davia said, "Wild boar is sweet." Yeah, people hunt them here and eat them. They say it's
that's
good,
what they hunt in Portland, the wild hogs.
They do that too in Portland?
In Portland, they hunt. And the meat is so much more tender than the traditional pork that you grow on.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Much nicer. It tastes like mutton.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Diana said, "I'm the only girl and the youngest. Nothing my dad will not get me, or maybe he trying to entice me to cook." Maybe. Grace said, "No, the egg coloring is the best." Wow, I have to look at that.
What you do with the egg coloring, you put it in the batter. You what?
Explain to us, Grace. How do you use the coloring?
Paula said, "How to use it, make she sit down there. She go ask."
Paula said, "I use a little browning and paprika when I'm frying the chicken to get that golden color."
Oh, so you put the paprika in the flour to dust the chicken on, or you put it in the pot with the oil? Oh, she probably put the paprika in the oil. That's neat. I put scotch pepper in the oil for the pepper flavor.
Let us know how you do it. Grace,
Monica,
I use it on
let me tell Monica.
Like
Monica, Danica, you will watch the show, I'm sure. So I'm putting you on notice that next week we're inviting you to come and walk Michelle through basic fried chicken. And also while you're at it, tell her how to cook oxtail. Okay.
You see, I could do a little cooking, but I want it to be so good that I don't have to kiss my teeth and say, "You know what, I need to go to a restaurant to get it. I need to come home and cook my own food."
She wants to be able to open a Jamaican restaurant over in Jacksonville. Yes.
Not necessarily, but maybe I could have like a dinner for family and friends and be like, "Look at my cooking." Son said, "Oh, Grace said, I use it on a chicken like a spice, not much."
Okay.
Is it liquid or just like, is it liquid in liquid form? Lon said, "That's why I'm cooking steel peas." Oh God, it's big tail.
Who is that? Who is that?
Lawton. Sorry, Michelle, but I can't have it any other way. Even turkey meat, smoked turkey. It's really good.
Get smoked away turkey, from the Michelle?
Pig. Yeah, that's what my mama used, and it's really good. The smoked turkey.
Because she never have no pigtail. Why she use that?
Grace said, or in the flour mix. So she put it in the flour
mix. Okay, fine.
Davia said the paprika give it the reddish color. Grace said with the garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, etc. Johnny said turmeric and paprika helps coloring.
Okay, so more than likely you put that in the oil. If you put it in the oil, certainly the flavor will be even and it not concentrated. And if you put it in the flour, you want to make sure that you mix it in sufficiently so it's not lumped into particular areas, Michelle.
Paula said, "I season the chicken with the browning and paprika, and I also put the paprika in the flour." Oh, Grace said it's a powder, the egg coloring. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Maybe that's a long to eat some of this.
Oh no, I'll come here. We don't know food talking. Look here, this is you think it's Food Network. A Jamaica Food Network next week. Next week in name Jamaica Food Network.
Not sure. Diana said, "I love oxtail, so I'm going to tune in next week to get the info. Sometimes when the parents make oxtail, my brothers get there first and eat my share." Johnny said both powders, turmeric and paprika. Michelle said,
"Oh, wait, Johnny cooks." I just said Johnny seems to know everything. Johnny actually cooks.
That may I say.
Dr. Johnny, you cook?
I just said, Michelle, how come you are always bragging about Shilana and you can't cook? Because
She
my
never had to
grandmother was a
cook.
great
She
cook.
had a mother, she had a grandmother who cooked for her all the
Grandmother.
time. She went to
Yeah.
their boarding school. She never have to cook.
You didn't grow me fancy, you know what I mean?
And then
But
Paula.
was it beneficial? Because now my mother is no longer here. My grandmother is no longer here, and I want some good food.
But it was beneficial, Michelle. You got a sound education,
did, but I
really
want to learn to cook.
defined, totally exposed. Your mom was proud of all your accomplishments. Your grandma before she
That is
passed.
true.
So, and the only shortcoming is that you know how to cook. But what would have been the hell of it if you could have cooked like hell and dunks as bad and not successful?
That's true.
Yeah, better you can.
But my grandmother said, she told me that she was not raised in a housewife. Right?
Yeah, but your grandmother
have to
never
learn
live in
all
her
of that.
2020s where you really have to cook. You can't just order it up.
Yeah, but I want to learn to cook because when you look, me shouldn't spend $30 on food. You know what I mean? So I need to learn to cook.
But Mish, from time to time we go out, we feel like treating ourselves and we spend it.
But we go every day. So that's the problem.
Oh, well, that a real slackness. No, that a slackness. Why I never say that? I wouldn't defend you. I wouldn't defend you. No, girl, you need to
I
learn.
realize it's the best when the drug addict realizes their
Just tell
addiction.
everybody from next week is Jamaica Food Network we're running on the show, and we're going to talk about the basic things: cooking oxtail and cooking fried chicken. You can't cook rice and peas, or you're not like that.
We can't cook rice and peas. It depends, though.
Depends on what.
You know, sometimes it come out good with all like just nice, sometimes part-time water. So, you know, so it depends.
All right, so we're going to cook one meal. We'll do one meal for Michelle, one meal at a time. So next week, and dessert. So we'll do from carrot juice, we'll do the proper meal, and we'll do dessert. So next week, Saturday,
or somebody could say, Michelle, I'll be your chef for a week and prepare all your meals. That's an option.
Prep them and you just have to put them in.
Exactly. That's an option. Or just cook it. You know, we'll put it in container.
That's an option. In Miami to send stuff for free.
Okay. Karma said, try not to use too much garlic or onion powder. It's not too healthy for you. Use a regular onion and garlic instead. Sandra said, best stay funny bad. Johnny said, from time to time, my cousin is a chef and other family members. Lon said, Michelle, just use YouTube and you can learn anything you want to cook.
No, that is no fun. I'm tired of this whole by YouTube. People must learn to cook from them friend where you share best practice and all of that. No, man, it's whole by YouTube business.
Yeah, David said, oxtail no basic, Dr. Diana.
Oxtail no basic? Okay.
You know, well, she in one different tax bracket now.
But the truth is, I only eat oxtail.
The turkey neck, I we oxtail. I don't eat turkey neck, but you know.
Yeah, but I'm really not. I eat oxtail when I'm in the States more than in Jamaica because it's just unaffordable. It's usually too tough because they mix all the parts in it. And plus, my cousin in Florida do the best oxtail. So when I go there, I just eat oxtail.
Then I said, Garvan thought the powder was okay, but not the garlic salt and onion salt. Johnny said, plus the internet travel and food network channels give inspiration. Then Sophia said, good morning. Good morning, Sophia. You're joining us a little bit late. We're on at 10 o'clock. So join us next week too.
10 to 12.
10 to 12.
Not 10 minutes to 12. 10 a.m. to 12.
Well, Sandra said, Michelle, no chef defeats the purpose of learning how to cook. But I'll stand up over them and look and maybe give instructions. But it would be good. Wishful thinking. Maybe one day I will get a chef. I don't know, personal chef. Not sure.
No, you don't need a personal chef, my dear. You'll get it right one day.
I will.
You all get
Trial
it right.
and error.
Yeah.
It's okay, Sophia. You could watch the rerun of it because it's always posted on Jamaicans.com.
Yes, so, it's always there. Can always see it.
Wow.
There. Michelle, it's just a few minutes. Any birthday wishes? Anything else?
Anybody else want a birthday shout out?
I don't know anybody else who's having a birthday, but it's been a good show. Even though I missed half of it or most of it, I'm going to have to go listen to it now. So me know what's going.
Okay, Carlin said, today is my friend Sydney's birthday. Happy birthday, Sydney. I hope you're going to have a great day. And Nadine said a husband who's a chef.
Read them, go on, man.
Benefit Facebook, yeah. This was awesome. My first time here and I loved it. I'm glad you loved it. And come back again, tell your family and friends. You know, you never know. You know. Yeah, Austin.
Well, Michelle, thank you so much. COVID is on the rise all around, and we all need to be careful regardless of what we're doing, where we're going. Just be mindful of that. And people, keep a tab on your financial issues. Check on your family, make sure that for their money all right too. And for those who have had birthdays or having birthday this week, may God continue to bless and keep you all. And have a good birthday.
Have a great Sabbath. Oh, you know, done it. We have 3 more minutes.
Okay.
Sandra said, me done, but my belly always full, cooking since I was 8. That is good. Lorna said, big happy birthday, Lawton. Yes, Lawton. So Dr. Then I just play your song. Juliet said, thank you, ladies, and have a great weekend. And just to piggyback, Nadine said, thank you so much, Queens. Thank you. To piggyback off what Dr. Diana said, COVID, unfortunately, is still a thing.
Yeah, and I was speaking back on Michelle because it's Michelle Ward who she always reminding us that COVID is still a thing and we need to be very careful of it.
Yeah, we need to be mindful. And also, if anything we've learned from today's show is to be more vigilant in how we go about our daily activities and about our day. Get more involved, be more aware of what's happening in your personal life, your finances, and what is happening. I know we want to trust people, you know, but we have to do our part. And that's all I have to say. So just be more, go check your bank account. You know, no loaded, but go check it. Put in the invest, check on the statements. And just monitor everything. And for the rest of the day, I hope you have a wonderful day. It's cold here again in Florida. The weather here is bipolar.
So, the weather bipolar.
Very bipolar. But try to have, even if you're cold or locked in, try to find time to have some form of enjoyment for the day. You know, we have life, so appreciate life. And try to be happy. Happiness is what we should strive for this year. And
they must strive to everybody must invite somebody else next week to the show. That would be super cool if everybody brings a guest to the show.
Share the show.
Yes.
You know? Julia said yes, very bipolar, Florida. I'm telling you that I'm sick again.
And Joni needs to make sure she's on helping us host.
Yeah. And David said, enjoy the rest of the weekend, everyone. Okay, so have a wonderful, wonderful Sabbath.
Yes. God bless you all. Take care. All good.
Bye.
Bye.